Good afternoon, class. In today's class, we'll be studying about the Vedic civilization. We have completed the rest of the 4 chapters, which are in your half-yearly syllabus. So today, we'll begin with the Vedic civilization. The Vedic period or the Vedic age refers to the time period when the Aryans arrived in India. This period started from the time when the Aryans arrived in India. This civilization flourished from 1500 BCE to 600 BCE. What was the time of this civilization flourishment? It flourished from 1500 BCE to 600 BCE. BCE means before the Common Era. Okay. The history of the Vedic period is based mainly on the Vedic texts such as the Vedas, Upanishad, epics, etc. The what are the main sources of through which we get to know about the Vedic period? The main sources are the Vedas, Upanishads, and the epics that we have found for the Vedic period, from the Vedic period. It is the earliest civilization in Indian history of which we have the written records. It is the earliest civilization in our Indian history, which means this is the earliest civilization of which we have the written records also. We don't have written records for any other civilization, such as Indus Valley civilization or Chinese or Mesopotamian civilization, but we do have the written history of the written records of the Vedic civilization. Okay, many great changes took place in India during the period of Vedic civilization. There were very many great changes that took in India during this civilization, which flourished from 1500 BCE to 600 BCE. This year time duration you have to keep in your mind. This is important for your exam also. The Aryans developed this civilization. Who developed this Vedic civilization? The Aryans developed the Vedic civilization. During this period, agriculture was well developed and significant progress was made in social and cultural fields. What was main developed? Agriculture was well developed in the civilization, and the progress was also made in social and cultural fields. So, this civilization started, or this period started when the Aryans arrived in India. 1500 BCE to 600 BCE was the time duration in which this civilization flourished. Vedas, Upanishads, and epics are some texts on which this entire Vedic civilization is based. And of this Vedic civilization, we have the written records also. Okay, Aryans developed the civilization. Progress in the agriculture was well developed in this civilization, and the progress was also made in the social and cultural fields. Now about something about the origins of the Aryan. This is uncertainty about the origins of the Aryans. There is it is not very certain of the about the Aryans origin. There are different theories about it. It is not confirmed yet from where did the Aryans originated or arrived, but so there are some different theories that the people have made. They were original inhabitants of India. Some people say that the Aryans were originally from India. Some people say that they migrated from the Arctic regions. Few people say that they also came from the Arctic regions, and some say that they spread out from the Central Europe. So there are basically three main theories which say that Aryans. Some theories say that Aryans were basically the inhabitants from India. Some people say that they came from the Arctic regions. Migrated means moving from one place to other place. So some people say that they migrated from Arctic regions, and some say that they are spread out from the Central Europe. Okay. So this is not very fixed that from where did the Aryans arrived. But according to the most historians, the Aryans came from Central Asia in about 1500 BCE. According to the most historians, which means the many of the historians say or they claim that the Aryans basically came from the Central Asia. And when did they come? They came in the 1500 BCE. It is believed that Persians, Indians, Greeks, and Romans must have lived together in very ancient times in Central Asia. Many people say it is believed that the Persians, Indians, Greeks, and Romans, they all lived together in the Central Asia. That is why it is said that the Aryans basically were the inhabitants of India. This theory is based on common words and other similarities in Sanskrit and the European language. So, this theory is basically based on the common words, which means there are some similarities in Sanskrit and in the European languages. That is why this theory is made that the Aryans were the inhabitants of India, because it is believed that some Persians, Indians, Greeks, and Romans also lived together in the Central Asia. That is why this theory has been made, that just because of the similarities in some of the Sanskrit or European languages, it can be said that the Aryans were the inhabitants of India. Okay, the Aryans who came to India, what are the similarities in language? You can see in this box. It's there. Sanskrit, Persian, and English. There are some common words. In Sanskrit, it's said Petri. In Persian, it's said Pedar. And in English, it means father. So, for the word father, there are two different words which are used in two different languages. And there are some similarities due to which it is said that these are the similar ones. The Aryans who came to India in about 1500 BCE are called Indo-Aryans. The Aryans that came in 1500 BCE are also known as the Indo-Aryans. They first settled in area known as Sapt Sindhu. Sapt Sindhu was the first place where they settled. Okay, now the Sapt Sindhu. What is the meaning of Sapt Sindhu? Sapt Sindhu referred to the region around the 7 rivers. Why this name is kept Sapt Sindhu? Because it referred to the region around the 7 rivers. What were the 7 rivers? Indus and her tributaries. Indus and its tributaries were known as referred as the Sapt Sindhu. What were the 7 rivers? Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, Satluj, and Saraswati. These were the rivers which were referred as Sapt Sindhu. The main was Indus. Indus, we have already studied about the Indus Valley civilization also. So Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, Satluj, and Saraswati are the 7 rivers which are referred as Sapt Sindhu. This area was named Brahmavart. This area was also named as Brahmavart, by them meaning the land of gods. Brahmavart means land of gods. The Aryan came to India in groups. From Punjab they moved and spread over the Gangetic Valley and then southwards as far as the Vindhya mountain. Okay, the Aryans came to India in groups. They came in small groups, and from Punjab they moved and spread over the Gangetic Valley. Gangetic Valley means near Ganga. Then they moved in southward direction till the Vindhya mountains. The land they settled down was called Aryavart by them. The land in which the Aryans settled down was known as Aryavart by the Aryans themselves. The original inhabitants were called Dasyus by the Aryans. The original inhabitants were known as Dasyus by the Aryans. The Dasyus were the subjugated by the Aryans, or the Dasyus were brought under control by the Aryans only. Now, what were the sources? The main historical source of this period are literary and archaeological. Literary and archaeological sources are the main sources of this period. Studying about the literary sources were the one of the main sources of this period. The Vedic literature, that is the Vedas, are the most important. Vedas in this region, in this period, were the most important source of literature. The Vedic literature, that is known as the Vedas, were the most important literary source. The word Veda means knowledge. Veda means knowledge. Okay, the Vedas, as you all know, there are 4 Veds, 4 different Veds: Rig Ved, Sam Ved, Yajur Ved, and Athar Ved. These were the 4 important Vedas which were the basic literary sources of this period, which is the Vedic period. These four Veds contained hymns composed in praise of gods. Before they were finally written down, these hymns were passed on orally from generation to generation. Before these hymns were written in words, these were orally transferred from generation to generation, which means the people used to sing in one generation, then they used to teach the other generations, that from the father they were taught to the son and their daughters, then from these sons and daughters they were taught to their sons and daughters. So this oral learning of the hymns were transferred from generation to generation. The Rig Veda, which was composed in 1500 BCE, is the chief source of information. The chief source of information is the Rig Veda, which was composed in 1500 BCE. In which year was the Rig Veda composed? It was composed in 1500 BCE. The Vedas give us a lot of information about the religious beliefs and practices of the Aryans. The Vedas gives a lot of information about the religious practices which were followed by the Aryans. Other literary sources are the Upanishads. What are the main source of information? Vedas. Then the Upanishads, Brahmanas, Purans, Arankyas, and the epics. The Ramayana, the Mahabharata, these are the two most important epics which gives the different information about the Vedic period. The author of the Ramayana was Valmiki, who was we all know that author of Ramayana was Valmiki, and the Mahabharata was written by Ved Vyas. The author of Ramayana was Valmiki and the Mahabharata was written by Ved Vyas. The two epics provide information about the social, economic, political and cultural life of people. These two epics, which are Ramayana and Mahabharata, they provide information about the social, economic, political and cultural life of the people who lived in the Vedic period. This is the reason why the whole period from 1500 BCE to 600 BCE is known as the Vedic age. This is the main reason why the time period from 1500 BCE to 600 BCE is also known as the Vedic age. The Vedic age is further divided into early Vedic age and the later Vedic age. So these are the literary sources. Coming on to the archaeological sources. The archaeological evidences about the Vedic age includes distinctive pottery, which is called painted graveware, PGW. What is the main archaeological source of the Vedic age? It is the distinctive pottery. Pottery means pot making. This painted graveware was found in the excavations made at Hastinapur at Atranji Kheda. Atranji Kheda is a place where this kind of pottery work was done, and these were painted in grey. So this is the main archaeological source of the Vedic period. Okay, we've studied about the literary sources, archaeological sources, and about the origin of the Aryans. In the next class, we'll be studying about the early Vedic period. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Thank you, class.